Welcome, man. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. First of all, guys, let me apologize. I'm running late today. I had a business meeting today, and I had to take care of some things. And but as promised, I got my man online now. But let me take care of one other thing. I want to speak on 19, not 1900, not 19,000, guys. I just crossed 19,000 subscriber mark. So I want to thank everybody for your help at accomplishing that. So I had to get that out the way before I go live with Mr. Jimmy Vaughn. What's going on, Jimmy, man? How you doing?
What's going on? How you doing, man?
Oh man, everything good. We know you got like what, six, seven, eight, 9 kids you got to deal with.
Oh
So
man.
we're gonna let you slide this time, dog. Everybody
Um,
good, everybody understands. So everything good, man.
yeah, everything's good. Everything's good. I was actually, I had to be delayed a little bit. I got somebody that's out of the track right now, so I do. Sometimes I do some remote assisting where, um, they're out at the track. They send me their logs. I can go in and make adjustments. Kind of on the fly while at the track. So
Oh,
uh,
what's
we
up?
we kind of shooting for a big record right now. That's kind of set out there. So we're trying to see if we can get that beat while he's out there
Oh, so you out there tuning on the fly?
on the fly. Yep.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Well, I mean, I got a few people in here. They want to chop it up with you. Now, right off the bat, I want to get mine out the way. All right, it's not that difficult. I'm sure. It's as a matter of fact, last time I was at the shop, All Park Garage. Y'all heard of All Park Garage? If you haven't, simple, allparkgarage.com. Anyway, I paid a visit out there about a week or two ago, and what I saw out there was I think it was a Challenger. It had a 3.6 in it. What they was doing a tuning supercharger, I think. Now, my question, man, I want to get this out the way. A lot of people ask me this. What's the difference in going to the dealership buying a Challenger or a Charger with a 3.6 in it, just to spend $10,000 to make it pretty much close to the same numbers as the Hemi? Is that a smart thing to do, or how do you feel about that?
So a lot of times what I find is, um, people that usually come to me with a 3.6 is like they didn't buy it with the anticipation of going in and doing any modifications or trying to make any power. Usually they get the car because they like the way it looks. It's a 300, it's a Charger, it's a Challenger. They fall in love with the way that the vehicle looks, and then that's when they find out it's like, man, you know what, this car really ain't that fast. What can I do? And, a lot of times, I mean, it's kind of discouraging sometimes, but I kind of tell them, if you want to go fast, I mean, you really need to at least start off with a stronger base because with that 3.6, that's about as much as you can do is put a supercharger on it, and you're going to be what a stock 392 is, and then there's really nowhere higher to go than that. And there's
Oh, you
nothing
peaked out
really
at
on
that
that
point.
platform to make anything more than that.
Oh, so you're gonna be peaked out at that point. So
That's
there's
it.
no
Yeah, you
more.
peaked out. You peaked out.
So do you recommend they just buy a Challenger with a Hemi already in it,
Yep.
equipped?
Yeah, I tell them. I mean, because the cost of what it would be to do a Hemi swap on it. I mean, you better off just going and trading it in and getting something better.
So is it around 10 grand? Is it a 10 grand difference at the dealership between a Challenger with a 3.6 and a Challenger with a?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I
I'm gonna
haven't
check
really
into
priced
that.
the 3.6 stuff, so I don't know what the prices of those cars are.
Yeah, I've always wanted that myself. The guy, it's a couple guys in here, man. A couple. I had I think the MDS. Hold on. Use Hellcat. Okay, this one right here. I'm not sure if you stand. What is this all about? What camshafts can I use? Now, everybody know me. I'm pretty much a OEM guy, Mopar OEM,
Yep.
but
Yep.
that's because I don't know what else is out there. I've been trapped in the dealership and it's so long. I don't know what's going on out there in the aftermarket world. So, is there another cam offered on this?
Yeah. So there are a lot of aftermarket grinds that you can use, that change the sound of the engine. That'll change the airflow characteristics of the engine. So obviously, you change the cam, you're putting something that's got a little bigger duration. You're changing something that's got a little bigger lift. Obviously, the end result is trying to get as much air in and out of the engine as possible, to make more power. So what kind of camshaft can you use? There you have Lunati, you have Cam Motion, you have comp cams that offer a lot of different grinds. You have a lot of different shops that offer their own custom grinds. Like us for the non-VVT, we have 2 grinds that we offer that are custom grinds with us that we've put some R&D into. And, we know they offer good drivability. We know they offer good, broad range of torque. And, we try to offer as many options as we can.
Oh wow! Now I guess this was the second part of her question. Can you use a Hellcat lifters?
Hellcat lifters, yes. So Hellcat lifters are pretty much just non-MDS lifters. So a lot of people, JT, we talked this about, I think last time we were on here talking about common failures with the Hemis and the camshaft is always the MDS lifter itself.
Yeah.
So you go in, you change the camshaft. Yes, you use the Hellcat lifters on it. So that's the correct lifter to use on it whenever you're doing the MDS.
Wow. All right, my man. I think Dark Hemi. His name implies that he's a Hemi guy, I guess. He's a real cool buddy of mine on YouTube. Yeah, he threw a couple questions in here about VVT or oil control valves getting clogged. I'm not sure if he was relating this to the Hemi or the 3.6.
So I mean, either or. I mean, so if it's the Hemi, there was even the TSB on. We were having the phaser, the phaser codes was throwing that. How many revisions? Had revisions on the oil screenings on them. Sometimes it would blow the oil screens off. On the VVT solenoid, on the control valve. If you have a failure, the only way it'll get clogged up is if you're not staying on top of your maintenance and you start getting oil sludge and stuff like that in it. Unless you have a mechanical failure where you have bearing debris, metal debris, something of that nature that gets into your oil passages, then it can clog something like that. But there's no reason why it should get clogged up unless there's something going on internally in the engine.
Okay, now I assume that question is totally different as it relates to the 3.6 because there's a feature on our scan tool that will allow us to so-called clean them. I'm not sure how you're doing that electronically.
Well, whenever you do that, what it does is it lets it go through the full range of motion. Because the oil control valve on that is the bolt, right?
Right, it's the bolt. That's the nut.
Yeah, it's the bolt. So it pushes the plunger all the way through, so you're pretty much able to flush in as much oil in there as you can to help clean it out if there's any debris or anything in there.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. One more from Dark Hemi. Not sure what that. Oh, okay. It's pretty much the same question, but like I said, I'm not sure which engine he's relating to, but I assume since his name implies Hemi, he obviously talking about the Hemi, but.
I don't think anywhere in the service guys, I don't think it recommends any any sort of cleaning service or anything like that on it.
Okay. Oh, VVT lock or just
VVT lock. So we use locks and we use limiters. So what we do, JT, what we do on the Hemi cams when we go aftermarket, right? Like I said, we go bigger.
Right.
On the duration. So duration is how long does the valve stay open. Lift is how big the valve opens up. So the camshaft naturally has 28 degrees of variation of how it can sweep the cam. So if we go bigger cam and we still let the cam move as much as it does, then we run into issues of where we can have piston to valve contact. So a majority of the cams are going to use limiters. When I'm able to use the limiter, I like to use the limiter because it still allows me to have some range of motion with the camshaft. Keep it all the way advanced, on low RPMs. That helps, bring the power band back down, so I'm able to have good torque down low. And once I get to the upper RPMs, I start sweeping the cam and I start retarding the cam, so that way we can keep the power band, keep going, climbing up. Some cams are big enough to where we have to do a complete lockout to where the cam doesn't move at all, because even a little slight movement of the camshaft would cause some piston valve contact there.
Oh man, that is what's That is. I got a buddy in here that's pretty uh, uh, a norm. Tom, he was there was a comment in here about a tool. I want to say it's essential tool about the supercharger, installing a supercharger tool just showed up at the dealership, and I want to assume they're essential because you know when they just send you a tool, it's obviously
Yeah, you got to have it. They send you the bill later.
yeah. So yeah, I'm chop it over time on that later. But my man got a 4.7. We're going back. The V8. I put the same back. Anyway, start up. What's that all about?
So I mean, I mean, reading that, I mean, it looks like he just is just a simple engine swap. Like the motor went out, and it was a 4.7, and he put a 4.7 back in it. Essentially, yes, it'll start up, but um, you have the cam sensor and you have the crank sensor, and you got timing chains. You always want to do a cam crank relearn.
Yeah.
Whenever you're replacing something like that, even if
Yeah.
you're servicing the chain, if you're changing anything that that has any relation to how that the distance between the cam and the crank are, you want to do a cam crank relearn on there so you can learn the difference, the angle difference between the cam and the crank.
You recognize this person here, man? What is going on, Kimberly? Co-worker, ex-co-worker of ours. How you doing, Kimberly? Thanks for tuning in. My man, Dark. I'm not sure. Leave the cam, yes or don't bother. Just lock the cam. What is he talking about? Dark, uh, just lock the cam. I'm not sure what he.
That, I mean, that all goes back to it. It depends on the cam. It depends on the cam. If me on the probably 80% of the cams that I do, they're sized enough to where I can use a limiter on it and still take the VVT is there, and it's a good tool to be able to use. To me, I look at it as a tool, being able to move the cam like that.
Yeah.
I can go with a bigger cam than I would usually go and keep it advanced and still be able to retard it to make all the power I need up top. So we got a cam now that we're doing. We got a Hellcat that we're actually going to take the supercharger off and go twin turbo setup. And that cam is humongous, and with that, we definitely have to lock the cam. Locking the cam makes it easier to tune. You don't have to worry about, an extra step on, what you want the camshaft to do. If you lock it, that goes back to the old school days where, if you line your marks up, dot to dot, it's never going to move from that. Your cam never changes in relation to that. But I definitely like to use limiters 80% of the time, on my applications.
That's what's up. Dwayne Turner. I saw this question earlier, man. I ain't had time to really dive into that code. I don't know that code by heart, but intermittent shaft speed sensor, not too sure. I don't know if this is 62 TE or intermittent shaft speed sensor. Not sure. Not sure about it.
If it's in the journey, it probably is a 62.
62 likely with a
yeah.
If it's a 62, then it's a 3.6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I don't know that code by heart enough to speak off the bat with it, without looking into it. So, All Park Garage, what's going on out there, man? What y'all chopping up out there?
We finishing up the race season up here. A lot of the tracks here in Georgia, they close up right here at the end of November. So,
the season about over with?
Yeah, we shut down. The track shut down for the wintertime. They shut down at the end of November, and then they open up right. Some places open up right at the last week of February. Some places, are right in the first, second week of March. So we just, everybody right now is, I need to get my car in. I need to get it out so I can go to these last little track runs they can in.
In preparation for next season, which is
no, they're just trying to squeeze in as much track time as they can because they know they're about to be down for 3 months or so, and no track time. So
what do you do in the off season? What's going on?
I don't know. I guess they spend all year at the track. They're gonna have to figure that out. I don't know.
Oh, you talking about racers? But I mean,
racing. Yeah.
Y'all don't stay busy during the off season. Do y'all stay busy? Or?
Yeah, the off season. The off season is a lot of the bigger builds. We do. Engines are coming out. We doing stroker setups. We're doing forged drop-in setups. We're doing you know, stuff that takes, you know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you know, for us to do. It's a lot of the bigger jobs that we do because the clients don't have to be worried about their cars being down, you know, a month, 2 months, you know, 3 months sometimes, depending on how big it is. You know, this race season, they seeing all their friends out at the track racing and their cars down in the shop, you know, they're not always too happy about that. So the off season that we definitely, you know, we stay busy during the off season too.
Oh, this is well, I know you're busy, man, but have you been keeping up with the latest thing coming out? I'm subscribed to like Monster News, and I'm seeing all these new engines FCA putting out as far as the Hellcats and stuff, new and improved. The 2021, that's some special car coming out.
So what's the news?
Uh, it's not memorized yet, but I just, matter of fact, I read up on it and then I try to speak on it in a video. But a lot of new stuff coming down the pipe. Now, you know, we used to get firsthand of this stuff when we visit the training center, but I ain't been in school in almost a year. So, you know, due to COVID and all that good stuff. So, this vehicle, man, what is this y'all car or what's going on here?
Oh yeah, it's that's the car that's actually out of the track right now.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's the car that's actually at the track right now. That's stock bottom end. You know, motor's never been opened. Stock trans, stock supercharger.
Wow.
You know, little bolt-on stuff. I mean, you know, we're running smaller pulley. We're running the 85. We're running nitrous on it, but the motor's never been opened up. The stock world record right now on a Charger is at 894 in the quarter mile.
Okay. That's our trailer right there. Y'all about to load up and head out somewhere?
Yeah, yep. The log he sent me, that's why I was on the phone with him. The 895, we're literally, you know, 0.01, you know, away from, you know, beating that record. So
man, that is what's up, man.
Make a little adjustment, kind of send it out to him, you know, hopefully today. If not today, we'll be out. You know, I'll be out there physically next weekend. I'll be out at the track because I got probably 4 or 5 guys, you know, from the shop that'll be up there. So I'll go out there, kind of system a little bit.
This one of y'all cars too?
Yep.
I'm pulling footage off your site.
Yep.
So y'all sponsor 2 race cars. You actually have.
I mean, sponsor. You know, we get, you know. They wear the tags, you know. People wear those things proudly, you know.
That's what's up.
People be coming in, you know, hey man, can we get a sticker? I'm like,
that's what's up, man. That is what's up. Oh fuck, I know y'all first open, y'all had big dreams. It's all coming on just right. Now, why the ice bag, man? What's going on there? What's up with the ice bag?
So the ice is, you know, obviously, you know, the supercharger, you know, it builds a lot of heat, so. In that little clip, there was a little tank that was beside that. On a lot of the Hellcats, we'll actually go in and we'll add in an ice tank to where we can add ice into it. See there where we're draining out the water that runs in it. That little tank there, we put the ice into that tank there.
That water coming from where?
There was a little tank, so right next to that ice, there was.
Okay, I get it. Yeah,
we fabricated a little tank to go there.
Right.
You know, right there. He stuck his hand right there. There's, you know. It's an ice tank, so essentially, you know, we put ice in there and we let it circulate into the secondary, the low temperature cooling system, which is for the supercharger. So, you know, we try to get that fluid as cold as we can, so that way, whenever the air is compressed in the supercharger, through the charged air cooler, it helps, you know, remove all the heat from that compressed air. You know, the cooler the air, the denser the air, the more oxygen in the air. The more oxygen, the more fuel, the more air and fuel mixture we can put in there, the more power we can make. So, you know, we try to keep things as efficient as possible.
That's what's up. So I know you work on. Do you ever drive them? You go on the track and test cars out?
Yeah. So, but you know, before we deliver the cars, you know, we'll go out there and we'll do a couple shakedown passes just to make sure. We've gotten in the habit of, you know, when we finish a bigger build like that, we will take it out to the track. We get a time slip, so that way, you know, you got a fast car doesn't mean you can drive it and drive it fast. You know, it's something that takes a lot of dedication. You know, you got to go to the track. You got to, you know, you got to learn how to stage up and learn how to, you know, how the light system works. You know, a lot of people get out there and never been to the track before, and that could be really intimidating, not knowing how that stuff works. But then you got to know how to launch the car. Then you got to know how to keep the car straight.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of things you got to be able to do. You can't just have a fast car and think you're going to mash the gas and run these awesome times. So the big thing we would always run into, we 1,000 horsepower build, and these guys out here running like 10.5 seconds. It's like, man, something's wrong with the car. So now what, we run the car. Here's the time slip. Now it's your job to it's your job to be able to work it out now and be able to run that.
But it's a straight shot. You're not doing any turning, so I know
it takes technique, man. It takes technique, man.
What? Hear me what I'm saying. It's a straight shot, so there's no turning. So you would think you just press on the gas, and whoever the fastest shoot out and win.
Yeah, but then you got to worry about traction. If we're talking about 1,000, 11, 1,200 horsepower cars, you can't just mash on the gas and think you're not going to break the tires loose.
Well, that's all that performance stuff. So do guys that work on high performance vehicle, can they make a good driver? Can they make out to be a good driver? Or it's like a mechanic becoming a service advisor? That's
surprisingly not always.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Doc brought some news up to our attention of 2021. Okay, drag pack on 20K.
Drag pack seemed to be real nice.
Then in 2023, new design based on Alpha cornering car, they would keep the old. Okay, yeah, you talking 2023.
So even when I was still there at the dealership, they've been talking about going to the Alpha platform for the longest.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, they've been talking about that for the longest.
It's actually up for discussion. I didn't know.
That's
talk about.
That's going to be interesting. I would hate to see the end of the Hemi era, but I don't see how they would squeeze that big old engine into that little platform like that.
So you think the Hemi ending this time, or it hasn't been out a while, man?
I don't know. Everybody's going to these EcoBoost setups, these little V6s, these little 4-cylinders and running these turbos and making power like that. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see.
But the gasoline combustion engine is not going anywhere anytime soon. At least what we can predict. At least not in our lifetime. So that is what it is. Hemi will never end. Chargers going. Yeah, the sales are doing fairly well. I don't know if you're keeping up with that since you don't.
They put Hellcat engines and everything.
Well, all right, man. Any final thoughts? Anything else you want to share with us? A lot of these cats, from time to time, I get a high performance question. That I don't want to say I don't know, but that be the reality. Every now and then I hit you up and try to get a decent answer because I pride myself in responding to just about every question. If I have the time, I will. Whether I know the answer or not, I'm going to respond. So the guys all know me for that. One guy asked me the other day, "Oh wow, I didn't think you were going to respond back." He didn't even have a response for my response because I don't think I will ever get that big to the point to where I won't respond back to questions because and I know it happens. It happens to me. I ask big guys stuff and they never. But I don't think that's gonna happen. So if I ever can I count on you? Let me put it that way. If I ever get stuck on one of those hard,
I'm always a good good resource for information when it comes to that. So
yeah, that's what's up. So are you done with the dealer? Or you all parring for the rest of the duration?
I'm all par as long as I can. I mean, it's yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I miss the dealer life sometimes.
I was gonna say you was making good money at the dealer, so don't play us like that.
I can't say that I don't miss it, but things going good. So I mean, gotta keep moving forward,
Okay, that's what's up. Well, Craig Bugatti in the house. What's going on, Craig? You know Craig, don't you? There was a couple other guys there. Mike Willingham chimed in earlier and said,
yeah. I remember Craig. You, me, and Craig supposed to be, showing up.
Oh man, don't go there. Don't do that, man. Don't do that because I'm still. No, I have since what was that 3 years ago. So I have since tagged on 3 more additional years to my age. Now the speed hasn't went down much at all. It's probably like a 4.4, 4.5 now. But as you get older, you get a little slower. So
Are you running that when you sleep or?
4.05 is not that bad, for a guy of my age. So man, I don't want to keep you up late. Like I say, we know you got like 7, 8, 20, 11 kids. You have to tend to back up and put to bed. So we do appreciate you coming on, though. They've been, hounding me about getting you on for a minute. Look at this guy here.
You do what? You do Sundays and Thursdays?
Yeah, man. I mean, if you ain't doing nothing, I mean, I like if I know you coming on, I want to put out an announcement.
We could probably schedule like a Thursday. We could probably schedule a Thursday. When I'm, we could do it at the shop, and that way, we could have a little stuff, to kind of show off and stuff like that too. And
oh, that's what's up. It gets dark now. What, 6 o'clock? 5:30?
Yeah, well, we got lights in the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got lights. Megan McCall, I use a dealer tech. I'm Mr. Dealer to an extent. My man said to an extent, but man, so much warranty you can't really survive. Level 3 warranty tech. Wow, the hourly guy, dude.
If I had a pin, I would show him my pin. That was my greatest tool. That was my pin. Probably 95% of the work that I did was warranty.
Yeah, that part ain't gonna change, man. The managers are getting a little smarter, trying to figure out how to chop, that hourly rate. I foresee us crossing the $200 an hour mark soon. Even God. Diagnostic charge. So,
oh my goodness,
yeah, all it takes is one dealership to put their foot out there, and
yeah, that's it.
The rest gonna follow. So, I foresee it coming up. Now, like I try to explain to people, there's a difference between a scan at AutoZone as there's a difference between a diagnostic at a dealership and a read my scan code at an AutoZone. So
yeah, because I mean, a lot of people, man. I don't know if it still happens, but I remember being at a dealership. People like, they come in with a vibration. Can't you plug up the computer and tell you what it is? Like, no, it's not it's not a magic box. It just it gives you a point to start, and you gotta figure it out from there.
Okay, what is Dart? What does he think is the reason for most failures? The cam lift loop. Oh, I guess he's talking about the lifters collapsing.
The lifters. What I feel is the quality of oil, and because it's always the roller bearing that ends up locking up, and when the roller bearing locks up on the lifter, obviously it starts causing friction because it's not rolling anymore. It starts eating up the cam lobe. So there's little needle bearings inside of that roller bearing. So I just feel like it's an oil lubrication problem. The quality of the oil. The oils nowadays don't have nowhere near as much zinc as they used to have in them. Zinc is really bad for catalytic converters. So we got to make these catalytic converters more efficient.
Right.
But with that, we had to take away the zinc out of the oil. To not kill the cat. So zinc is a really good additive that when we build our engines and we're out of the track. If we're building a big high performance engine, it's going to be at the track. Obviously, it's not going to have no cat. So we use oils that are really high in zinc additives. So.
Man, you're gonna get a different answer from just about everybody as far as what they think. Fact is, there's not no one answer for the reason.
Yeah, there is not no one answer because it could be many reasons why they fell. I mean, a lot of times when we was at the dealership, we had a lot of police cars that were coming in.
Oh yeah,
and I mean that's extended idle time. When you're at idle, you don't get a lot of splash lubrication. You're running low oil pressure. So there's a lot of variables there as well. So. I don't think there's one answer to cover every failure situation.
I get asked that all the time on the 3.6. There's no one definite answer. I mean, there's a couple of things that can play a role in the failure, but there's no one. I mean, you can't even get a one straight answer out of say an engineer. So they're the one that I get asked this a lot. Like a guy want to buy a 1500. He try to pick that medium. Like, okay, where is that window to where the problem is not happening? Now, I'm surprisingly, I haven't yet to repair any type 3.6 ticking noise on 1500s. Same engine, same everything. I don't know what's the difference.
Right. I haven't either
on the cars, but I have yet to do
It's always the cars. It's always the cars, the Jeeps, and the vans.
Yeah. So what have you seen? He's asking about 16, 17, or 18. Where's that thin window?
Let me see. I don't know if I've seen any 16s or newers. If I have, but see, I'm not really in the dealership like that no more.
Right. Yeah, you're not gonna see it.
To see those like that anymore. So,
yeah.
I got a crate. I got a crate of good camshafts that we pull out, man. We pull these things out. And sometimes these cars only got 1,000 miles on them. They brand new camshaft.
Oh, you just bought your warranty, but that's the least of they.
Look, they trying to go fast. Look, we had this guy. He had a Hellcat Red Eye. So the Red Eye is like the highest horsepower you can get right now. The Red Eye, 797 horsepower. He came in. We did a cat back. He said, "This is all I'm gonna do because I don't want to void my warranty."
Right.
I made sure I bought the highest horsepower model I can get, so I don't have to worry about wanting more power. And then he shows up 2 weeks later. It's like, "Look, man, I'm ready to do this package here. This and that." It's like, "Well, that's going to void your warranty, right? We already spoke about that." And they don't care.
Wow. Yeah, that's the last thing on their mind. Like you say, if you're concerned about speed, well, the ones some of them don't even come with the MDS, right? I think that you were saying the Hellcats don't even come with a
right.
Yeah, so and those tend to be the one that's not ticking or not failing. The lifter's not failing in them. So, that's a great point. And yeah, great. Oh no, these guys totally bro. AutoZone said I need an ox. All right, I missed them. Yeah, quite a few. Does he order what is this all about? Does he order demon parts? What is that?
On that there, he's asking about demon parts. So you can't, a regular person just can't go to the dealership and say, "Hey, I want this." If he goes in with a part number, let's say it's a part number for a demon axle, right? The axle shaft on the demon.
Right.
You can't just show up to the dealership and say, "Hey, I want this part number here." You have to have a VIN number, associated to that part number.
Oh wow!
Parts of the demon.
That's only the demon car. Everything is.
So demon, and Red Eye share a lot of common parts. So you either have to have a demon or a Red Eye VIN number to get some of those parts ordered up.
So what are we seeing at the track a lot? Is it the demons I mean, who's out there bragging? Like, who's got the monster cars out there? What kind of cars are they, rather?
I mean, they're all they're always Hellcats. I mean, then in a we do, like if it's a Hemi event, it's always the Hellcats. When we go to the street car events where it could be any cars, it's going to be the Hellcats, it's going to be the GTRs, it's going to be the Vets. It's always going to be your higher trim line vehicles that are running like that.
I guess it's one of those engine specific type questions because different oil go in pretty much.
Maybe what brand we use? We use Lucas. We use Lucas high performance oil.
Really?
Vehicles.
Not your typical traditional oil, but you still focus. I mean, the weight of the oil is important, though, right?
Yeah, the weight depends. The weight will depend on the power levels. A good majority of them we still stay using the 040.
Right.
On some of them we will go 2050. Depending. We got one that one that you came and saw that black Red Eye that's there with the big shiny supercharger and all that. That'll be running 2050.
Thicker oil?
Yeah, thicker oil.
Any particular reason why?
Just viscosity reasons. Just viscosity reasons as far as the tolerances that we're set in place between the bearings and the crankshaft and stuff like that.
All right, we do a couple more, man. We're gonna let you wrap it up. But Dart Hemi, what about crank scrappers on Hemis? Have you ever heard of a dry sump setup? I know I haven't.
So dry sump, so you got wet sump, dry sump. Wet sump is the traditional engine where you have your oil pan and all your oil sits down in the pan, and then you have a pump that sucks it out of the pan. Dry sump, essentially, there's you really don't have an oil pan. You have an oil reservoir. So the oil is held up in the reservoir. A lot of cars like that, They're going to be cars that have a lot of experience, a lot of G's, whether it's road course where you're going around a lot of corners, whether you're in a drag car where you're always picking it up. If you're picking the car up like this, your oil, you can easily uncover the pickup tube.
Wow.
If you're going around a curve, let's say 100 miles an hour, and all the oil starts shifting to one side of the oil pan, you can easily uncover, the pickup tube. If you uncover the pickup tube, you lose oil pressure. You're damaging motor. So there are people that make dry sump setups for the Hemis, but a lot of that stuff is all it's all one-off custom stuff. I haven't seen anything that is like a direct kit where you can just hook everything up and get it to go.
Right. Now, what about one more? I had a guy come in and ask me about a catch can on his 3.6. I think he's one of those racing enthusiasts that just want to start adding stuff to his car for whatever reason, just to say he had one. But is those things really necessary? I mean, he got a typical 3.6, hadn't added anything yet. I don't know if he in the future.
So, stock motors. I mean, how many times have you pulled off a throttle body and you've seen like the inside of the intake all up, oil and stuff? So, any engine can benefit from oil catch can.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, it's not gonna hurt. It can't do nothing but help. All right, but like I said, I think in the future he planned on adding little bitty things here and there. He didn't have the extra 12. I want to say to go for the Hemi. So he got the Charger with the 3.6 in it. So I guess he's gonna try to. And a lot of guys get a thrill out of trying to get the same power as the Hemi from the 3.6.
Yeah.
So why buy a car already there when you can have fun?
We always get people to do that. I mean, even the people with the Hemi stuff, they're like, I'm trying to make as much as a Hellcat. So I mean, it don't matter what you get, you're always shooting for the next tier,
Yep, that is what's up, man. We're gonna wrap this up. It's 9:14. I don't know about you, but I gotta be at work early in the morning. Man, of all things, I got a freaking 41 TE at the job kicking my butt. Oh my goodness! Last time a 4-speed transmission kicking my butt at work, so I gotta face that tomorrow when I get back. I built that thing twice. I don't know. Chaz Klein might be on here listening, so I don't want to talk too loud, but. I got to tackle that when I get back to work. I done had it out twice and still ain't acting right. So, it's a couple of dealer guys in here. Tom Cook, Starline ain't much help anymore. It's harder to get through to them on the computer. Now, would they have created chat rooms where mechanics or technicians can?
I see that. I saw that. You got like a forum setup.
Yeah, forum, but they think they slick. I guarantee you, people that ain't supposed to be in there. So then, that's why they say be careful what you say as far as how fast you're doing things, because before you know it, time could be dropping and all kinds of crazy stuff. So it doesn't matter. We're still careful about what we say. So we got forums on the Facebook, and they can still get in there. So it's no secret amongst each other. How fast can you do a 3.6 or whatever? So you gotta be careful talking about stuff like that, man. But any final thoughts, man? We're gonna wrap this up, man.
No, man. It's just always a pleasure to get on here with you, man, and chop it up a little bit, man.
Yeah, that is what's up, guys. I appreciate all y'all tuning in, coming on board. Like I say, I apologize for being a little late. I had a business proposition. In fact, here it is right here, guys. I'm finna invest in this lash company, Lash Me Jazzy. Eyelash. I don't wear them. You guys don't wear them, but I'm sure you have female amongst you in your household that probably do. LashMeJazzy.com. If y'all wear lashes, go check them out. But that's why I was late handling some business proposition. Also, Camaro going away. Somebody's saying a Camaro going away. I'm not. You heard anything about that?
I don't really keep up with. I don't really keep up with the other makes. There's so much to keep up with and still learn on the current platform. It's hard to keep up with everything else.
Yeah. All right, let's tackle this last one. We're gonna get on up out of there. There's rumors of a hybrid Charger and a twin turbo Challenger V6. I think the twin turbo will be the Alpha Dodge Challenger. See, I don't know this stuff. I haven't been to school in a year, man, so I don't know what's coming down the pipe.
No,
man. So I have no idea. But Mr. Jimmy Bond, again, I appreciate you coming on board, man. I don't want to take up much of your time. I got to get back out there probably next month and handle some more business. And we will go from there, guys. That's all I have, man. Final thoughts, man?
No, man.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching, man. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Thanks, Jimmy.
Yeah, man. See you, man.
Mm-hmm.